Would you like to know what the difference is between streaming on Facebook Live versus Twitch? Then this video's for you. Stay tuned.
Hey, I'm Dale.
And I'm Walt.
This is Live Streaming Tech, and if you want to learn about live streaming online, be it on YouTube, Twitch, DLive, and beyond, make sure that you hit the little subscribe button.
And turn that bell notification on.
That way you don't miss a single video. So we are kind of at this point to where some people are wanting to stream on Facebook or they're wanting to stream on Twitch. What's going to be the big difference makers? Which one should you go for? So we're going to kind of take a little bit of a deep dive here. And that way you can hopefully make an informed decision when you decide to stream on one or the other, or in some instances, both.
Correct. So, for instance, Dale, I think you were the first one out of the two of us to dip your toes into the Facebook Live water.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Our content is different. I stream games while he streams.
Yeah, just essentially talking head type content like this right here. It's more educational, more IRL, if you will.
So here's the thing. I've noticed, and of course, you know, because I've been on Twitch longer than you have, that Twitch is more of a home for gamers. Now, true, they've expanded onto multiple different types of niches and whatnot on there, especially when they introduced the creative side of things on Twitch. But I'm finding that even though on Facebook, even though there's more users daily logging into Facebook, they're looking less for games and content more like you're providing when streaming live on Facebook.
Twitch has really evolved quite a bit, but conversely speaking, we look over at Facebook. Facebook is starting to notice the competitor in Twitch. They're noticing that, oh, well, they're doing something right. Maybe we can adopt this model. So they started the whole Level Up program to where gaming streamers could now do the same thing over on Facebook, because Facebook was primarily like families that were streaming some stuff, and then eventually it started getting it to where business owners were streaming from that platform.
Yeah.
So the very first question you got to ask yourself when you're going to choose one or the other or both is, what is your content? Know exactly what you're going to stream and go with what's going to work according to the platform. Right now, Twitch is heavily on gaming. Facebook is, you know, they're trying to get towards that direction. Now, conversely speaking, Twitch is a little lighter in the whole creative and IRL style stuff and podcasts like what I do. But you look over at Facebook and they're a little bit more heavy in that department.
So the thing is that brings us to the second part. Know your audience. Who is going to be watching and when are they going to be watching and on what platform? So for instance, if I'm going to do a gaming live stream, and I've done both where simulcast or using such as Restream.io or Mobcrush, where I've streamed live to Facebook and Twitch at the same time, and I find that during prime time hours on the East Coast, that I get a lot more viewers on Twitch when doing games versus Facebook. Now, that's not saying that I don't have an audience over on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And true, I haven't put the time in that I've put in over on Twitch. But the thing is I find that organically, I'm getting less traffic over there on Facebook, where you, Dale.
It's completely different, you know. I'll tell you, with Facebook, I really find I can jump into a Facebook group or even on my Facebook business page, and I draw in some good numbers. I probably pull in 2 to 3 times the amount of viewers on a bad day on Facebook. Twitch, it's a little harder for me. You know, I'm gonna have to grind it out and really try to build that audience, you know, grassroots, and start to grow that up from that point.
And the other thing is it's not just what your audience, what content they're looking for, it's what platform they're comfortable with.
Yeah.
And like I said before, you have a lot more daily users on Facebook. I mean, heck, my mother even uses Facebook, but you put her on Twitch, she's lost. She doesn't know what's going on when people are cheering and they're subscribing and they're dropping emotes, and she doesn't know what all that means. Where on Facebook, she doesn't have to. I mean, she knows the thumbs up button and she can throw a couple hearts in there and, you know, make her comment, and she's on her merry way.
Yeah.
Where, and I think you've come to realize this, where you're having that transitional problem where you're trying to get them to go to Twitch and they feel lost. They're not comfortable with the platform. So keep that in mind about your audience. What platform are they more comfortable with? Don't try to force a square peg into a round hole.
Yeah. This is true, and I mean, even if you look over something like YouTube, where I have well over 15,000 subscribers on my self-publishing channel, they're pretty comfortable on YouTube. Some of them were happy to come over to Twitch, but others kind of came over and they were lost, and they were thinking, I don't really get this. You know, I'll just stay over here on YouTube.
Yeah.
So knowing what your audience, who they are, and where they're most comfortable is going to be what you're going to want to shoot for. Otherwise, it's going to be a long, hard battle.
Know what resources you're going to be using. So for instance, are you using a mobile device? Or, I mean, Dale, you've done it where you've done Facebook Live literally from your phone, right? You and your wife?
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, the quality still looked great, and you were pulling an audience when I jumped in.
Yeah.
Versus if I use a mobile phone, say over on Twitch, that's probably not going to work as good.
Yeah, I've done both on Facebook Live and Twitch when it comes to mobile device. I'll let you know ahead of time. I've found that Facebook is less reliable. You have to have a very strong Wi-Fi signal in order to actually shoot from your mobile device. Twitch, it seems like I never had any issues. I had never any kind of buffering or any kind of drops in frames and such when I'm going through there. So, apples to apples at this point. I would really recommend that if you're considering in streaming live on Facebook, probably stick with desktop or laptop.
And that's still not going to guarantee that it's not going to drop. You have to remember, Facebook is late to the game. I mean, they came into it even after YouTube was late to the game when it came to live streaming. So you have to think about the infrastructure. That Twitch, they've fine-tuned that infrastructure to where they have multiple different servers around the world. I mean, they have multiple servers just here in the United States alone, let alone the whole world. Where Facebook, they're going to have like little centralized points on certain parts of the world versus having like say 20 servers in the United States.
Yeah, and that actually brings up another really, really good point here. So now let's go ahead and talk about the available options when it comes to, say, Twitch and Facebook. We've done kind of a deep dive when it comes to Twitch, and we'll leave a couple of the links to the videos down below inside the description. But, when it comes down to it is, the sky's the limit when it comes to Twitch. You can pretty much shoot just about at any type of resolution, but with Facebook...
Well, once you make affiliate. So that's the thing too. A lot of people have, even on past video here where we were talking about the OBS, Streamlabs OBS settings on Facebook, was they were saying, well, wait a minute, no, Walt, you're telling fibs because you can do in 1080. That is if you hit, what do they call it? The Level Up program, which is similar to Twitch is affiliate, but it's a lot easier to get affiliate on Twitch than it is to get the Level Up on Facebook.
It almost seems probably, actually, it's a great mixture of, say, the affiliate program on Twitch and the partner program, because you have to get 10,000 followers on Facebook to even qualify for the Level Up program. So I know there was a couple snarky comments where like, well, actually no. Good luck getting 10,000 followers.
And if they do, kudos to them. I mean,
and here's the thing: is someone might think they can go and buy a Fiverr gig and just get a bunch of fake followers. Facebook pays attention to that. They want to
probably
make sure
even more
real.
so than Amazon over there on Twitch does. So.
And there's even the watch time metrics too as well. They're looking at things like that. So it's not even just as simple as getting those 10,000 followers. So that's why I say it's kind of a good mixture between the affiliate program and the partner program over on Twitch. So yeah, the best you can do if you're not even on the Level Up program, which I'm
720.
not, 720, and don't test the limits. I actually did that accidentally on one of my streams. I did 1080p, and it just kept freezing for people. I didn't realize it because I was doing multi-stream, and I forgot about the settings, and everybody's like, Dale, there's something wrong. You look like you're having
Facebook
seizures.
basically capped you, and they didn't allow you to hit
and
them.
it turned into a horrible stream for everybody on that end of things. Wow. So you got to be aware. Don't try to test your limits. Do it 720p, 30 frames per second. I know it's not the greatest in the world, but it's sufficient.
Now, when it comes to Twitch, even when you make affiliate, you're not guaranteed those higher benchmarks either. It's when it's available. That's the thing. A lot of people kind of breeze through the terms of service and don't really read the fine print. I've kind of noticed that, when people comment, and it's like, read the terms of service. That is the most important thing. So I would say this as well before you switch over to Facebook or you start streaming on Facebook Live or Twitch. Read the terms of service. thoroughly. And if you don't understand something, that's when you want to hit customer support. You don't want to wait until you run into problems or get banned. You want to hit them with questions before that arises. So even with Twitch, with the affiliate, yes, you can hit those higher benchmarks when it comes to live streaming, say the 1080p at 60 frames per second. But once again, that's a per availability where it's guaranteed for partners. And same thing for the Level Up program. Eventually, probably they're going to make it as well, because I know some people have left comments where they said they've been able to, they're not leveled up and they've been able to stream at the higher. Good, go with it, run with it. But my thing is you make sure you're following the terms of service, because you're kind of at their mercy. When they feel that you're breaking a rule, they can ban you at any time, and it's hard to get back from a ban than most people would sit there and think.
Yeah, and one other recommendation I would say is when it comes to Facebook, a lot of people are going to try to stream from their business page. Folks, the days of organic reach are over. Facebook really wants you to pony up the expenses. Now, if you want to get organic reach, I would really recommend that you put together a community of people that are interested in your niche or that follow you, because you can stream within that group and you start to get more organic reach than if you were to do it on your business page alone. This is one of those hacks that not many people are talking about, and I'm sure in about the next couple of years, Facebook's probably going to close up that loop. But for now, I would really recommend that if you ever want to stream and you want to bring more organic reach, get it to where you get your followers into a group, stream from within that group. And you can multi-stream. You can probably shoot in the group and you can shoot on your business page. But in that group's where you're going to reach people best. The reason why I say organic reach is it's what's going to serve up on people's timelines. What's going to show up in people's Facebook, when they show up and they're logging in. Oh, well, it looks like Dale's streaming right now. I'll go ahead and take a look at him. As opposed to if I just did in the business page, Facebook's like, no, you got money, we'll show them. But otherwise, we're not going to show them. So just a heads up on that.
And this goes the same thing for game streamers. If you're going to stream on Facebook Live, become part of a group. Not just create your own group, but also become part of a group. And don't immediately go in there basically begging people to come watch your live streams.
Yeah.
Be part of the group. Actually enjoy it. Yeah, actually enjoy it. And organically, these people eventually are going to start to say, "Hey, what's he about?" For instance, if you're really into, like, say, Grand Theft Auto, and especially some of the older ones, and you stream a lot of Grand Theft Auto ones, eventually you're gonna probably start pulling some of those people over from the group, whether you created or whether you're part of that group. And speaking of groups, you need to check out these groups of videos here. Which one's above you?
Oh, I got this one over here. I want you to take a look at the settings for Streamlabs OBS for Facebook.
And then this one here is the settings for Streamlabs OBS on Twitch.
Take your pick.
Pick mine.
No, pick mine.